One bell turns above the wood door. Amber waves. The doorway holds the night along its dark frame. Streetlight leaves her shoulders without word or name. Warm color crosses through lines of grain. The door returns still, the room stays the same. The last note grows thinner, the threshold stays warm. Outside keeps its distance, inside keeps its form. The outside stays there, beyond the wooden frame. The outside stays there, the light remains the same. No welcome needs repeating. Amber holds the doorway. The bell has stopped its turning, the shadows settle low. A coat moves past tables in a row. Voices gather loosely beyond the entrance light. A cup meets saucer, then disappears from sight. The outside stays there, beyond the wooden frame. The outside stays there, the light remains the same. The room keeps breathing softly. Amber holds the doorway. Low voices under light, one cup somewhere beyond the doorway resting warm. Pendant light above, one seat open at the end. Room holds still, the counter runs along the wall. It's wood grain calm and low. A few shapes settled in the glow. No face that needs to know. Pendant light draws a circle on the stool below. The room keeps its own distance. The room lets nobody go. Voices land on other tables, light lands on the wood. The open seat stays open, the way a quiet sea should. No one crosses here, no voice comes this way. No one crosses here, the light just stays pendant above the corner, warm and still and low. A shadow moves across the far wall. A chair shifts without sound. The amber settles level on every surface found. The counter reaches deeper past the last lamp's edge. The open seat receives the light along the wooden ledge. No one crosses here, no voice comes this way. No one crosses here, the light just stays pendant above the corner, warm and still and low. Ooh, ooh. it's an amber light. A few words, oh, enough. The shelf holds rows of cups, each one turned the same. The counter takes the order without asking for a name. Some of the machine settles into the wall. The room keeps its own rhythm, low and even through it all. The words end softly at the counter. The shelf receives them still. The cup will come when it is ready. The room wait until one word at the counter. Room stays the same. One word at the counter. No need to explain. The shelf holds the quiet. The home holds the space. The hand moves along the surface, checks the cups in line. The machine does its slow sound that settles back in time. The counter rests between them, a brief and open span. The room folds around in order, the way it always can. One word at the counter, room stays the same. One word at the counter, no need to explain. The shelf holds the quiet, the hum holds the space. Machine sound fades slow, white cups along the shelf. A hand reaches toward the nearest one. Cup meets wood, one small sound, light shifts across the grain. The hand lowers slowly down to the surface. Ceramic catches the amber along its outer curve. The wood takes the weight without any word. The shadow shifts once, then the room returns. Light settles on the rim, the hand moves back. The cup stays where it landed, on the warm and level dark. One small sound on the wood, then the room holds still. One small sound on the wood, then the light refills. The cup sits in the amber. The hand is gone from view. The thin reflection crosses where the grain runs along, a pale arc on the surface, not moving, not wrong. The counter holds the cup now without ceremony. The staff returns to somewhere back beyond the room. One small sound on the wood, then the room holds still. One small sound on the wood, then the light refills. The cup sits in the amber. The hand is gone from view. toward the sleeve. On the wood, the counter takes it. Objects stay where they are. Wood grain runs beneath the sleeve. A cardigan rests low. The cup sits inside the amber, 3 fingers from the elbow. A closed book at the edge holds its place and waits. The room accepts the weight without opening any gates. Nothing needs deciding. The wood grain just extends. The cup stays in its circle where the amber light descends. Objects settle on the wood. Nothing has to move. Objects settle on the wood. The room approves. Sleeve against the counter, still and level low. The stool holds the shape now. The counter holds the arm. Closed book at the corner, too far to reach or harm. The ambient light keeps even from one end to the far. The wood remembers pressure from wherever bodies are. Objects settle on the wood. Nothing has to move. Objects settle on the wood. The room approves. Sleeve against the counter, still and level low. Light moves along the sleeve, finds the rim of the cup. The grain beneath goes quiet and wide. Wood grain long and even, cup at the far end. Amber fills the space between. The grain runs toward the near side, where the sleeve begins. The cup moves a little closer along the amber's rim. Handle shadow shortens on the dark wood face. The far end of the counter holds a quieter space. Distance narrows on the wood. The amber covers more. The cup settles near the elbow where it rests before. Cup in the amber circle, not far now. Cup in the amber circle, close enough now. Handle shadow level on the warm wood grain. The sleeve rests in the same place. The grain runs underneath. The cup sits within the circle that the pendant makes. A thin mark from the handle crosses toward the right. The wood holds both the sleeve and cup in inside the same warm light. Cup in the amber circle, not far now. Cup in the amber circle, close enough now. Handle shadow level on the warm wood grain. The rim holds a thin line. Steam begins to form, rising into the pendant light above. Steam crosses the light, no reason to rise, just warmth finding the beam. A white line forms above the rim, bends where the amber falls. The light gives it a shape against the darker walls. The cup below stays level, the steam goes where it goes. The shelf behind stays blurred and soft, the lamp above still glows. Warmth doesn't announce itself, it crosses and it bends. The light receives whatever rises from where the cup begins. Steam in the pendant light, just passing through. Steam in the pendant light, nothing to prove. The cup stays where it rests, the room stays warm and low. The white line grows a little shorter as minutes pass the rim. The start music holds the background even slow and dim. The lamp holds its position, the steam adjusts below. The amber on the counter doesn't change its glow. Steam in the pendant light, just passing through. Steam in the pendant light, nothing to prove. The cup stays where it rests, the room stays warm and low. Steam drops low and thins. A page it shows beyond. Light sits along the open corner. Footsteps somewhere back, page edge in the light. The room holds both at once. Amber lands on the open page without asking to be read. A low voice crosses the counter, something briefly said. Footsteps leave the passage, the room resumes its hum. The page stays in the circle where the lamp has always come. Sounds arrive and then recede, the page receives the light. The counter keeps his voices low through the quiet night. Room sounds near without chasing, page bright and unread. Room sounds near without chasing, nothing overhead. Amber on the open leaf, steady, even low. A dish moves somewhere distant, once staff crosses back. The voices drop below the shelves and settle into black. The page edge holds its light still unchanged from line to line. The cup beside the corner catches some of the shine. Room sounds near without chasing, page bright and unread. Room sounds near without chasing, nothing overhead. Amber on the open leaf, steady, even, low. Footsteps fade back into the room. Voices rest below the shelf. Cup beside the page, still warm. Two hands around the cup, seat beside it's empty. Shadow stretches long, warm spreads across the palms. Ceramic holds the heat. The empty seat beside it rests without a need. Indirect light falls over the cuff and the rim. The cup inside the hands stays full up to the brim. People occupy the far side, nothing crosses here. The warmth sits between the palms, even and clear. Cup held between still hands, room goes on nearby. Cup held between still hands, no one asks why. The seat beside stays open, the light holds its place. The shadow from the cuff edge grows a little long. The warmth remains consistent all the evening long. The empty seat receives no one. The lamp stays indirect. Two hands remain in contact with the warmth they've kept. Cup held between still hands, room goes on nearby. Cup held between still hands, no one asks why. The seat beside stays open, the light holds its place. Hands lift the cup a little, the rim tips toward the mouth. The first sip almost arrives. Cup lifts from the wood, the shelf is far and soft. Night moves at its own pace, the rim approaches level. The first sip crosses low. The cups along the back shelf sit in their dim glow. A lamp at the far counter burns at its own speed. The voices in the background tend to what they need. Night doesn't ask for hurry, the cups all stay in line. Sip returns the cup there back along the great night. Moves without asking, shelf stays full and warm. Night moves without asking, nothing is performed. cup returns to the wood. The room goes on the same. The water level settles a fraction lower now. The back lamp keeps its distance and continues somehow. Low voices at the counter come and go and stay. The night holds all the cups there in an unhurried way. Night moves without asking, shelf stays full and warm. Night moves without asking, nothing is performed. Cup returns to the wood. The room goes on the same. Cup rests back on the grave. One distant dish shifts on a shelf. Cleanup begins somewhere in the back. Dishes move far back. Footsteps cross the far room. This seat stays where it is. A shadow crosses the passage, then returns to the shelf. Cups find their row in the backlight and rest beside themselves. The sound arrives and passes, the way a sound recedes. The room beside the seat here continues as it needs. Something moves in the back. The shelf receives the cups. The seat holds its position without needing to adjust. Dishes settle far back. This stays the same. Dishes settle far back. Nothing to claim. Shelf grows a little fuller. Seat beside stays clear. Footsteps come once more across the floor and circle back again. A cup returns to its position above the counter's end. The tidy sound of stacking belongs to that far side. The near side holds an emptiness that doesn't need to hide. Dishes settle far back. This stays the same. Dishes settle far back. Nothing to claim. Shelf grows a little fuller. Seat beside stays clear. Dish sounds grow more distant. One more seat opens up. Room has a little more room in it now. Chair opens up. Light reaches a little farther. Room breathes a little wider. A coat moves toward the far door without looking back. The chair beside the window accepts the empty track. Light lands where the coat was, along the wooden floor. The lamp holds the same angle, just covering a little more. Room doesn't shrink or sorrow, it settles anew with the ember on the table holds a quieter gift. More light on the open chairs. Room goes easy now. More light on the open chairs. No asking how. Empty seat receives the lamp, warm and level low. The floor shows its full pattern where the table's thin. The lights the surface, the edge within. The far side grows more open, one shade fewer there. The room continues holding more than its fair share. More light on the open chairs, room goes easy now. More light on the open chairs, no asking how. MPC receives the lamp, warm and level low. Empty chairs across the room, cup in hand, lower now. Counter holds its amber past the seats. Line inside the cup, light still holds the wood the same. The inside line of the cup shows where the level rests. Lower than the first hour, lower than the rest. The wood beneath the cup carries a dim reflection. The light above keeps steady without any correction. Time left a line inside the cup, the wood keeps on the same. Neither one requires a verdict on how the evening came. Level lower in the cup, light stays where it was. Level lower in the cup, no conclusion because the wood beneath holds quiet. The reflection holds the glow. A thin arc on the inside wall marks what has been drunk. The cup doesn't point upward, the cup just holds what's sunk. The wood surface stays level, the lamp stays at its height. The coffee rests at its new line somewhere in the night. Oh, level lower in the cup, light stays where it was. Level lower in the cup, no conclusion because the wood beneath holds quiet. The reflection holds the glow. Cup stays on the green, eyes drift toward the chair back. The shoulder finds somewhere to rest. Chair back holds the shape. Seat beside stays empty. Desk lamp round and low. The back of the chair receives whatever weight arrives. The sleeve falls loose and easy along the arm that lies. The empty seat beside it does not request a thing. The desk lamp holds its circle on the wood below the rim. Nothing earns this posture, the chair just holds the weight. The lamp keeps its position, the room doesn't deliberate. Chair back, loose sleeve, open seat, lamp steady and low. Chair back, loose sleeve, open seat, nowhere else to go. Rest lands where it lands, on wood and light and air. The music in the background keeps the same low level. The sleeve drapes below the elbow without rising to the treble. The room allows the posture without requiring more. The lamp lights the same surface it has lit before. Chair back, loose sleeve, open seat, lamp steady and low. Chair back, loose sleeve, open seat, nowhere else to go. Rest lands where it lands, on wood and light and air. Lamp light falls a little lower, the page edge almost closed. One thin bookmark waiting at the side. Cloth mark between two pages, cover almost closed, one lamp on the wood remains. The bookmark finds a page edge, settles in the crease. The cover descends over without hurry or release. The page sound is a small one, the lamp doesn't respond. The wood beneath the closed book goes on and on beyond. Tomorrow holds the rest of it, the lamp holds what is here. The closed cover asks for nothing, the wood stays level and clear. Bookmarking the page, cover down and still. Bookmarking the page, no hurry to fulfill. Lamp above the closed book, burns the same as before. The edge of the cover touches wood, one corner then the spine. The desk lamp keeps the circle along the same old line. What was open now is waiting between the cloth and the leaf. The lamp doesn't judge the stopping, the wood beneath holds both. Bookmarking the page, cover down and still. Bookmarking the page, no hurry to fulfill. Lamp above the closed book, burns the same as before. Book rests close on the wood, a coat sleeve settles beside it. The bag arrives to take the book home. Closely over the arm, book slides into the bag. Table holds what's left behind. The cloth falls across the shoulder, settles at the cuff. The closed book finds the opening of the bag, then stops. The table keeps the empty cup where it has always been. The coat doesn't require a reason for the step between. Sleeve aligns along the arm, the bag closes over the book. The table behind holds amber without needing a second look. Coat on, book in the bag, table still behind. Coat on, book in the bag, nothing left to find. The light holds the table there, even after the move. The cloth settles at the collar. Back closes with a fold. The cup stays in the circle of the light. It's always known. The chair receives the leaving without comment or complaint. The table gives permission through the light that stays the same. Coat on, book in the bag. Table still behind. Coat on, book in the bag. Nothing left to find. The light holds the table there, even after the move. Sleep falls straight and settled. Counter stretches long and warm. Amber on the wood, the whole room one more time. Shelf holds its row of cups. The shade moves at the far end. The light rests on the counter where it has always rested. The cups along the upper shelf have not been redirected. The seat that held the evening sits open and still warm. A blurred shape at the far end goes about its form. Wooden light and shelf and cup one more time without language. The room holds the same amber without requiring the presence. Amber on the counter, wood, shelf and cup in space. Amber on the counter, wood, light holds every place. The room stays warm behind now, same as it has been. The pendant over the counter still hangs at the same height. The seat receives the amber one final time tonight. The shelves continue holding their cups in even rows. The blurred shape of the staff there comes and quietly goes. Amber on the counter, wood, shelf and cup in space. Amber on the counter, wood, light holds every place. The room stays warm behind now, same as it has been. Eyes drop from the room. Small tray on the counter. One hand reaches toward it, low and slow. Tray on the counter, wood, sleep passes over it slow. Amber burns behind. Traces slow and level from the counter's near edge. A brief hand crosses over without ceremony or pledge. The coat sleeve follows after, comes and settles back. The amber on the counter keeps a steady track. No rush comes from the counter. The tray receives the gesture. The backlight holds the amber through the brief and quiet measure. Tray rests, sleeve passes low. Counter stays behind. Tray without signal. The sleep withdraws its weight. The counter keeps its surface the same as yesterday. Light behind the counter holds its warmth in place. A coat leaves the near side at its own considered pace. Tray rests, sleep passes low, counter stays behind. Tray rests, sleep passes low, nothing left to find. Amber on the counter, backlit and at ease. Tray empty on the wood, sleeve pulls toward the door. Wood frame and bell wait just ahead. Yeah. Bell behind the door, amber, narrowing to a line. Pavement open ahead. The bell completes its arc above the wooden frame. The amber slips to a thin edge and holds its low-key flame. The pavement takes the step without requiring words. The door behind draws even with the frame it always guards. No answer waits ahead, no question left behind. The bell fades to its last ring, the light fades to a line. Bell tone trailing off, amber through the crack. Bell tone trailing off, no need to look back. Pavement ahead stays quiet under the open air. The wooden door completes its slow return to closed. The amber from the window stays where the counter goes. The pavement holds the night air without demanding shape. The bell holds one last partial rain and then releases weight. Bell tone trailing off, amber through the crack. Bell tone trailing off, no need to look back. Pavement ahead stays quiet under the open air. Bell fades to silence, amber narrows to a line. Pavement stretches forward still and wet. When bell turns above the wood door, amber waits. The doorway holds the night along its dark frame. Streetlight leaves the shoulders without word or name. crosses through lines of grain. The door returns still, the room stays the same. The last note grows thinner, the threshold stays warm. Outside keeps its distance, inside keeps its form. The outside stays there, beyond the wooden frame. The outside stays there, the light remains the same. No welcome needs repeating. Amber holds the doorway. The bell stopped its turning, the shadows settle low. A coat moves past, tables in a row. Voices gather loosely beyond the entrance light. A cup meets saucer, then disappears from sight. The outside stays there, beyond the wooden frame. The outside stays there, the light remains the same. The room keeps breathing softly. Amber holds the doorway. Under light, one cup somewhere beyond, the doorway resting warm. Pendant light above, one seat open at the end. Room holds still, the counter runs along the wall. It's wood grain, calm and low. A few shapes settled in the glow. No face that needs to know. Pen and light draws a circle on the stool below. The room keeps its own distance, the room lets nobody go. Voices land on other tables, light lands on the wood. The open seat stays open, the way a quiet seat should. No one crosses here, no voice comes this way. No one crosses here, the light just stays pending above the corner, warm and still and low. A shadow moves across the far wall, a chair shifts without sound. The amber settles level on every surface found. The counter reaches deeper past the last lamp's edge. The open seat receives the light along the wooden ledge. No one crosses here, no voice comes this way. No one crosses here, the light just stays pending above the corner, warm and still and low. Light rings the counter in, a machine hums somewhere far. One empty cup waits on the shelf. Cup One small sound, light shifts across the grain. A hand lowers slowly down to the surface. Ceramic catches the amber along its outer curve. The wood takes the weight without any word. The shadow shifts once, then the room returns. Light settles on the rim, the hand moves back. The cup stays where it landed, on the warm and level dark. One small sound on the wood, then the room holds still. One small sound on the wood, then the light refills. The cup sits in the amber. The hand is gone from view. The thin reflection crosses where the grain runs long, a pale arc on the surface, not moving, not wrong. The counter holds the cup now without ceremony. The staff returns to somewhere back beyond the room. Ooh, one small sound on the wood, and the room holds still. One small sound on the wood, and the light refills. The cup sits in the amber. The hand is gone from view. Wood holds a quiet warmth. Light stays where the cup rests. The grain runs out toward the sleeve. Turn on the wood, the counter takes it. Objects stay where they are. Wood grain runs beneath the sleeve. A cardigan rests low. The cup sits inside the amber. 3 fingers from the elbow. A close book at the edge holds its place and waits. The room accepts the weight without opening any gates. Nothing needs deciding. The wood grain just extends. The cup stays in its circle where the amber light descends. Objects settle on the wood. Ooh, nothing has to move. Objects settle on the wood. Ooh, the room approves. Sleeve against the counter, still and level low. The stool holds the shape now. The counter holds the arm. Closed book at the corner, too far to reach or harm. The ambient light keeps sieving from one end to the far. The wood remembers pressure from wherever bodies are. Objects settle on the wood. Ooh, nothing has to move. Objects settle on the wood. Ooh, the room approves. Sleeve against the counter, still and level low. Finds the rim of the cup. The grain beneath goes quiet and white. Wood grain, long and even, cup at the far end. Amber fills the space between. The grain runs toward the near side, where the sleeve begins. The cup moves a little closer along the amber's rim. Handle shadow shortens on the dark wood face. The far end of the counter holds a quieter space. Distance narrows on the wood. The amber covers more. The cup settles near the elbow, where it rests before. A cup in the amber circle, not far now. Cup in the amber circle, close enough now. Handle shadow level on the warm wood grain. The sleeve rests in the same place as the grain runs underneath. The cup sits within the circle that the pendant makes. A thin mark from the handle crosses toward the right. The wood holds both the sleeve and cup inside the same warm light. Cup in the amber circle, not far now, not far now. Cup in the amber circle, close enough now. Handle shadow level on the warm wood grain. The rim holds a thin line. Steam begins to form, rising into the pendant light above. Steam crosses the light, no reason to rise, just warmth finding the beam. A white line forms above the rim, bends where the amber falls. The light gives it a shape against the darker walls. The cup below stays level. The steam goes where it goes. The shelf behind stays blurred and soft. The lamp above still glows. Warmth doesn't announce itself, it crosses and it bends. The light receives whatever rises from where the cup begins. Steam in the pendant light, just passing through. Steam in the pendant light, nothing to prove. The cup stays where it rests. The room stays warm and low. The white line grows a little shorter as minutes past the brim. The store music holds the background even slow and dim. The lamp holds its position, the steamer just below. The amber on the counter doesn't change its glow. Steam in the pendant light, just passing through. Steam in the pendant light, nothing to prove, nothing to prove. The cup stays where it rests. The room stays warm and low. Steam drops low and thins. A page edge shows beyond. Light sits along the open corner. somewhere back. Pages in the light. The room holds both at once. Amber lands on the open page without asking to be read. A low voice crosses the counter, something briefly said. Footsteps lead the passage. The room resumes its hum. The page stays in the circle where the lamp has always come. Sounds arrive and then recede. The page receives the light. The counter keeps its voices low through the quiet night. Room sounds near without chasing. Page bright and unread. Room sounds near without chasing. Nothing overhead. Amber on the open leaf, steady, even, low. A dish moves somewhere distant. One staff crosses back. The voices drop below the shelves and settle into black. The page edge holds its light still unchanged from line to line. The cup beside the corner catches some of the shine. Sounds near without chasing. Page bright and unread. Room sounds near without chasing. Nothing overhead. Amber on the open leaf, steady, even, low. Footsteps fade back into the room. Voices rest below the shelf. Cup beside the page, still warm. Two hands around the cup. Seat beside sits empty. Shadow stretches long. Warm spreads across the palms. Ceramic holds the heat. The empty seat beside it rests without a need. And direct light falls over the cuff and the rim. The cup inside the hand stays full up to the brim. People occupy the far side. Nothing crosses here. The warmth sits between the palms, even and clear. Cup held between still hands. Room goes on nearby. Cup held between still hands. No one asks why. The seat beside stays open. The light holds its place. The shadow from the cuff edge grows a little long. The warmth remains consistent all the evening long. The empty seat receives no one. The lamp stays indirect. Two hands remain in contact with the warmth they've kept. Cup held between still hands. Room goes on nearby. Cup held between still hands. No one asks why. The seat beside stays open. The light holds its place. Hands lift the cup a little. The rim tips toward the mouth. First sip almost arrives. Cup lifts from the wood. The shelf is far and soft. Night moves at its own pace. The rim approaches level. The first sip crosses low. cups along the back shelf sit in their dim glow. A lamp at the far counter burns at its own speed. The voices in the background tend to what they need. Night doesn't ask for hurry, the cups all stay in line. The sip returns the cup their back along the grain. Night moves without asking, the shelf stays full and warm. Night moves without asking, nothing is performed. Cup returns to the wood, the room goes on the same. The water level settles a fraction lower now. The back lamp keeps its distance and continues somehow. Low voices at the counter come and go and stay. The night holds all the cups there in an unhurried way. Night moves without asking, shelf stays full and warm. Night moves without asking, nothing is performed. Cup returns to the wood, the room goes on the same. Cup rests back on the green, one distant dish shifts on a shelf. Clean up begins somewhere in the back. Dishes are far back, footsteps cross the far room. This seat stays where it is. A shadow crosses the passage, then returns to the shelf. Cups find their row in the backlight and rest beside themselves. The sound arrives and passes, the way the sound recedes. The room beside this seat here continues as it needs. Something moves in the back, the shelf receives the cups. This seat holds its position without needing to adjust. Dishes settle far back, this stays the same. Dishes settle far back, nothing to claim. Shelf grows a little fuller, seat beside stays clear. Footsteps come once more across the floor and circle back again. A cup returns to its position above the counter's end. The tidy sound of stacking belongs to that far side. The near side holds an emptiness that doesn't need to hide. Dishes settle far back, this stays the same. Dishes settle far back, nothing to claim. Shelf grows a little fuller, seat beside stays clear. Dish sounds grow more distant, one more seat opens up. Room has a little more room in and out. One chair opens up, light reaches a little farther. Room breathes a little wide. A coat moves toward the far door. without looking back. The chair beside the window accepts the empty track. Light lands where the coat was, along the wooden floor. The lamp holds the same angle, just covering a little more. Room doesn't shrink or sorrow, it settles at no width. The ember on the table holds a quieter gift. More light on the open chairs, room goes easy now. More light on the open chairs, no asking how. Empty seat receives the lamp, warm and level low. The floor shows its full pattern, where the table's thin. The table lamp lights the surface from the edge within. The far side grows more open, once shape you were there. The room continues holding more than its fair share. More light on the open chairs, room goes easy now. More light on the open chairs, no asking how. Empty seat receives the lamp, warm and level low. Empty chairs across the room, cup in hand, lower now. Counter holds its amber past the seats. Curvy low now, line inside the cup. Light still holds the wood the same. The inside line of the cup shows where the level rests. Lower than the first hour, lower than the rest. The wood beneath the cup carries a dim reflection. The light above keeps steady without any correction. Time left a line inside the cup. The wood keeps on the same. Neither one requires a verdict on how the evening came. Level lower in the cup, light stays where it was. Level lower in the cup, no conclusion because the wood beneath holds quiet. The reflection holds the glow. A thin arc on the inside wall marks what has been drunk. The cup doesn't point upward, the cup just holds what's sunk. The wood surface stays level, the lamp stays at its height. The coffee rests at its new line somewhere in the night. Light stays where it was. Level lower in the cup, no conclusion because the wood beneath holds quiet. The reflection holds the glow. Cup stays on the grain. Eyes drift toward the chair back. The shoulder finds somewhere to rest. Turn back holds the shape. Seat beside stays empty. Desk lamp round and low. The back of the chair receives whatever weight arrives. The sleeve falls loose and easy along the arm that lies. The empty seat beside it does not request a thing. The desk lamp holds a circle on the wood below the rim. Nothing earns this posture. The chair just holds the weight. The lamp keeps its position. The room doesn't deliberate. Chair back, loose sleeve, open seat. Lamp steady and low. Chair back, loose sleeve, open seat. Nowhere else to go. Rest lands where it lands, on wood and light and air. The music in the background keeps the same low level. The sleeve drapes below the elbow without rising to the treble. The room allows the posture without requiring more. The lamp lights the same surface it has lit before. Chair back, loose sleeve, open seat. Lamp steady and low. Chair back, loose sleeve, open seat. Nowhere else to go. Rest lands where it lands, on wood and light and air. Lamplight falls a little lower. A page edge almost closed. One thin bookmark waiting at the side. Cloth arm between two pages, cover almost clean. One lamp on the wood remains. The bookmark finds the page edge, settles in the crease. The cover descends over without hurry or release. The page sound is a small one. The lamp doesn't respond. The wood beneath the closed book goes on and on beyond. Tomorrow holds the rest of it. The lamp holds what is here. The closed cover asks for nothing. The wood stays level and clear. Bookmark in the page, cover down and still. Bookmark in the page, no hurry to fulfill. Lamp above the closed book burns the same as before. The edge of the cover touches wood one corner, then the spine. The desk lamp keeps the circle along the same old line. What was open now is waiting between the cloth and the leaf. The lamp doesn't judge the stopping. The wood beneath holds both. Bookmark in the page, cover down and still. Bookmark in the page, no hurry to fulfill. Lamp above the closed book burns the same take the book home. Cool sleeve over the urn, book slides into the bag. Table holds what's left behind. The cloth falls across the shoulder, settles at the cuff. The closed book finds the opening of the bag, then stops. The table keeps the empty cup where it has always been. The code doesn't require a reason for the step between. Sleeve aligns along the arm, the bag closes over the book. The table behind holds amber without needing a second look. Coat on, book in the bag, table still behind. Coat on, book in the bag, nothing left to find. The light holds the table there, even after the move. The cloth settles at the collar, bag closes with a fold. The cup stays in the circle of the light, it's always known. The chair receives the leaving without comment or complaint. The table gives permission through the light that stays the same. Coat on, book in the bag, table still behind. Coat on, book in the bag, nothing left to find. The light holds the table there, even after the move. Sleep falls straight and settled, counter stretches long and warm. Amber on the wood, the whole room, one more time. Amber on the counter shelf holds his row of cups. The shape moves at the far end. The light rests on the counter where it has always rested. The cups along the upper shelf have not been redirected. The seat that held the evening sits open and still warm. A blurred shape at the far end goes about its form. Wooden light and shelf and cup, one more time without language. The room holds the same amber without requiring the presence. Amber on the counter, wood, shelf and cup and space. Amber on the counter, wood, light holds every place. The room stays warm behind now, same as it has been. The pendant over the counter still hangs at the same height. The seat receives the amber one final time tonight. The shelves continue holding their cups in even rows. The blurred shape of the style laughter comes and quietly goes. Amber on the counter, wood shelving up in space. Amber on the counter, wood light holds every place. The room stays warm behind now, same as it has been. Eyes drop from the room. A small tray on the counter, one hand reaches toward it, low and slow. Tray on the counter, wood. Sleep passes over it slow, ember burns behind. The tray sits slow and level on the counter's near edge. A brief hand crosses over without ceremony or pledge. The co-sleep follows after, comes and settles back. The ember on the counter keeps its steady track. No rush comes from the counter. The tray receives the gesture. The backlight holds its amber through the brief and quiet measure. Tray rests, sleep passes low, counter stays behind. Tray rests, sleep passes low, nothing left to find. Amber on a counter, backlit and at ease. The tray empties without signal. The sleeve withdraws its weight. The counter keeps its surface the same as yesterday. Light behind the counter holds its warmth in place. A coat leaves the near side at its own considered pace. Tray rests, sleep passes low, counter stays behind. Tray rests, sleep passes low, nothing left to find. Amber on the counter, backlit and at ease. Tray empty on the wood. Sleeve pulls toward the door. Wood frame and bell wait just ahead. Yeah. Bell behind the door, amber narrowing to a line. Pavement open ahead. The bell completes its arc above the wooden frame. The amber slips to a thin edge and holds its low-key flame. The pavement takes the step without recording words. The door behind draws even with the frame it always guards. No answer waits ahead, no question left behind. The bell fades to its last ring. The light fades to a line. Bell tone trailing off, amber through the crack. Bell tone trailing off, no need to look back. Pavement ahead stays quiet under the open air. door completes a slow return to close. The amber from the window stays where the counter goes. The pavement holds the night air without demanding shape. The bell holds one last partial ring and then releases weight. Bell tone trailing off, amber through the crack. Bell tone trailing off, no need to look back.